Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we explore the journeys of visionary entrepreneurs and uncover the strategies driving their success. I'm your host, Jane Carion, and today we are joined by Maria Gonzalez, the founder of M&A Supplier Diversity Consultants. With over 25 years of experience in public service and entrepreneurship, Maria has built MASDC into a minority women-owned powerhouse in Taunton, Massachusetts, helping businesses achieve supplier diversity certifications and unlock growth opportunities. Founded in 2019, MASDC boasts a 100% approval rate for certifications and has transformed companies like U.S. Eco Products Corporation into multi-million-dollar enterprises. We'll be diving into Maria's inspiring story, how MASDC empowers diverse businesses, and her vision for scaling this impactful venture. With that being said, let's dive right into it. Maria, welcome to Founders Future.
Thank you so much, Jay. It's a pleasure. Thank you for the invitation. I love having these type of conversations because not a lot of small businesses know about the different processes to become certified to sell to state, federal, and private entities.
Incredible. Incredible. I love it. I definitely would love to take us back to the beginning for our listeners, if you can, Maria. What specific problem in the supplier diversity landscape really inspired you to launch MASDC?
For many years, I was in law enforcement. I was a police officer.
Amazing.
After the birth of my first grandson, I decided, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I really want to enjoy my grandson and see him grow. So I decided to seek out the Star Trek, seek out new worlds and new
Yeah.
civilizations, right? I decided to apply for a state job and I got the job. And he was teaching small businesses how to sell their goods and services to the state. And I fell in love with that, absolutely fell in love with that. And I spent 18 years working in procurement and supply diversity. I moved to many different agencies, learning, because if you sit in one spot, you become stagnant. So that wasn't me. And I learned so much that I was able to, at the time that I retired in 2018, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with my time, which was let me create a company that will help the small business community, specifically the BIPOC business community, to gain access to these opportunities through certification.
Incredible. Incredible. So with that, I definitely want to get into the deep dive of what you're doing with MASDC. I know you just gave us a bit there. So you're working with the BIPOC small businesses on that front. That's your ideal client that you like to work with. Walk us through the core offer. I know you have certification support, supplier diversity plans. Walk us through the real core offer there and how is it structured for those BIPOC small businesses?
Most of my clients, they're private client, what I call private clients, and they come through LinkedIn and they reach out to me. Hey, Maria, I heard that this is what you do. We need to be certified in Florida. We need to be certified in California, whichever state. I have learned that pretty much the certification process is uniform across all the states, just a fine, different little tweaking points, but nothing major. And so, besides the certification at any level, whether it's federal, which is very much, it's hard work to become federally certified, in the state certifications and the private certifications, I also offered, oh my God, I'm sorry. I just did.
Okay.
We also offered consulting in grant writing, supply diversity programs from beginning to end. If a company doesn't have a supply diversity program, we can work with the company to create one. And it's a process that takes between 8 months to a year to not only research, develop, but to incorporate as well. It's all hands on deck. And I also work with a lot of small businesses that don't realize that you've been doing this for a long time. Your company needs to have what is called a capability statement, which is,
Yes.
in layman's term, the resume of your company.
Amazing. Okay, so a lot of different offers there. You have that certification support for the state and federal certifications, the supplier diversity programs that you have, and then that consulting piece is huge for you there. Talk to us a little bit about your mindset around scale, Maria, especially with these offers and the productization around these offers. How are you approaching the idea of growing and scaling MASDC?
Especially now with what's happening in the United States, I
Yes.
have to learn how to pivot. So I have created this plan. Where am I going to take my company next? And
Yes.
for me, my next step is to become certified through ISM, which is the Institute of Supply Management in logistics, chain logistics, because I feel, and this is not the case with state certifications, the states are always going to have a need for goods and services, and they will always put those procurements out for people to bid, small business or businesses in general to bid. The federal government has been cutting and cutting. So now when I get a client that wants to be federally certified, I tell them, let's wait a few months. Let's see how the tides roll. But definitely I'm going to be taking courses to go to the next level, which is now international supply chain logistics and national chain logistics.
Amazing. Amazing. So walk us through now, Maria, being that you're seeing success on that front. You've been in the game for a couple of years now with your as a founder of the company. What are you seeing work best for you on the acquisition side? How are you getting those leads? What channels have been most effective for you there? I know that you said LinkedIn is really big. What other channels have been more effective for you?
I can tell you that networking has been huge. And I tell every business owner, regardless of the size of your business, you have to do networking
Mhm.
because people will be able to put your name to the company's name, your face to the company's name, right? And a lot of small business owners, especially non-English speaking business owners, they feel a little, how will I say, shy when it comes to that. And I always tell them, if you're a business owner, you cannot be shy. You cannot afford to be shy. You have to be out there selling what you do, your services or your goods. So that has been huge to the point where I work with several non-for-profits that they're in the field of helping small businesses. And I've been working with these two nonprofits, and I'm going to mention them: Amplify Latinx, which is based out of Boston, and LABO, which stands for Latin American Business Organization out of Worcester. And between the two agencies, they keep me very busy.
I love it. I love it. So you're getting a lot of referrals from that side. The big question that I have for you here, Maria, is obviously on the predictability side. I know they're keeping you busy, but again, the predictability might be something that's not always there. Is that something that you're thinking about next to keep that growth and scale going? Are you going to maybe implement some more around ads and social media to have more of a predictable lead flow coming in?
Definitely, I am working with a group out of Northeastern University to implement a marketing roadmap, and it's going to be based out of LinkedIn. We have created a little booklet all about certifications, what you need to do, why certifications are important, what can you do with that certification, and all that is going to, we're working on it right now. So if I'm hoping that by early fall it's going to be ready to launch on LinkedIn.
I love it. I love it. So still working on ways to grow and push through there. It sounds like a bit of a bottleneck right now, but working through it with that plan and that bottleneck of more predictability on the lead side is going to get pushed through there. So incredible on that front. So Maria, is this something that you're doing on your own? Are you a solopreneur with MASDC, or do you have a sales team and a marketing team, or what does that look like as far as the sales process?
You're looking at it. I get to wear
Right up.
many hats. And one of the things I want to do to grow my business is bring in a couple of people that I can teach them how to do the certification process. But because something like that, you have to be very careful because of the amount of personal information, financial information. I am privy to everything the company has and where the company's heading, absolutely at my fingertips. You have to be careful when you bring people in because they have access to this information as well. So I've been taking my time trying to find the right
Cautious.
people.
Yes, cautious is the right word, but obviously,
Very cautious.
yes,
Yes, thank
which
you.
is
Very
right. And
cautious.
obviously, you have that. You were a police officer, so you're extra wary of who you're talking to and bringing it. And that shows the quality that you are bringing forward and the care that you have for your clients. So just incredible on that front there. With that, walk us through the mindset. How are you juggling all the hats that you have to wear, having to do all the sales on your own and then the fulfillment on your own? How are you managing that? And then how are you going to break through those bottlenecks? Are you looking to hire a sales team to help out there?
So yeah, eventually I'm hoping that the fall is the time I'm going to shine. My name is out there. I get invited to do a lot of keynote speaking and a lot of panels so people know what I do. And I've been getting calls about that. I was just invited to be a co-author in a book
Okay.
about my experiences. But
Amazing.
let me tell you, and this is an advice I give to any new entrepreneur or even somebody that's been in the seat that I am now.
Yeah.
Hire people that are good at what they do. For example, I have the best CPA in the world. Look, I could
Amazing.
have done my own bookkeeping. I hate that. I absolutely hate it. Besides, I didn't want to have any problems with the IRS. So
Yes.
my bookkeeper is heaven sent. I also have an assistant that deals with all my emails. Thank God for her, because let me tell you, I have 5 different email addresses and she's on top of all of them. But other than that, I am the one that does the sales, the marketing, and actually I am very hands-on when it comes with for the certification, because how important it is to my clients. I am very transparent. I always give feedback. I had people call me and tell me, "Hey Maria, I'm planning to become certified, but this is what it is right now." And I said, "You will never become certified." And I'll tell you why. Bah. And they're like,
Exactly.
"I didn't know. Can you work with us?" I certainly can. So
Incredible.
yeah, and that's the part I love, right along with teaching. My God, I love giving workshops and webinars, because you can see the light bulbs going on. Oh my God, I didn't know it was that way. So I love all that.
Amazing, Maria. Amazing. Just a pleasure to have you on the show. Your energy is beautiful. It truly is. And I can see why you're seeing so much success already. So, with that, obviously thinking about some bottlenecks that you're having is going to be more towards that lead generation side, having more predictability there, and obviously getting yourself more into the founder role, right? Getting a sales team on, having some help around the marketing side. So, those sound like some of the main bottlenecks. Are there any other ones that you're thinking about? Or are those the main ones that you're trying to break through for now?
I keep reading every time. Part of my daily routine is read everything that's coming from the federal side as well as state sides, because there are changes coming. So that way I am well educated so I can serve my clients better. I am developing a roadmap right now. It's almost done, and you work on it, put it aside, walk away, and come back to see if there are any flaws, and then you give it to people. Hey, what do you think about this? I love feedback. It's the only way I have been able to grow. I had great mentors. That's another advice I would give to anybody that was thinking of starting a new business or is already running a business. Get a good mentor. And you don't have to have one. I have mentors in every area. And even at this age, you need somebody, because I don't know it all. Look, I'm the first one to tell you, I don't know it all, but I'm a very good student. I'm willing to learn.
Incredible. Incredible. So with that, you gave us a pretty good idea, but paint us the picture here. I know that you want to get certified in IFM. I know you're expanding and building on the sales side and the lead side. What are you laser focused on, Maria, for the rest of this year, going into 2026 to really achieve that success that you're looking for?
I'm definitely focusing on hiring at least one more person that I can trust with all the certifications. I also want to work towards becoming a national leader in diverse business certifications and procurement strategies. In order to do that, again, here comes the networking and dropping names here and there. Hey, I can do that. Volunteer yourself for it. If nobody invites you, hey, can I be the keynote speaker? What is the worst that can happen? They can say no. Hey, next. That's how I see it. And I would love to help shape the future where supply diversity is a standard. It's no longer it's no longer let me think about it. No, supplier diversity helps grow any business, period.
Amazing on that front. So I do want to get your take on the industry as a whole. How do you see the supplier diversity industry evolving in the coming years, especially with your personalized approach? What are you really doing to position yourself at the forefront of that evolution, Maria?
Besides the training that I'm obtaining, I'm actually also I'm sorry, I can never remember this word. Oh my God. Ah, I am taking courses at Northeastern University through that. I'm explaining it to you. You can cut all this off.
That's
Oh my
okay.
God.
It's
And
a
I'm
part of
oh my God, what it is. Don't get old, Jay. Please don't get old.
it. You're
Oh
doing
my
phenomenal. No
God.
worries.
Anyways, I'm part of this group that Northeastern has taken in and is teaching us about everything about business. Oh my God, the minute I hang up with you, it's gonna
You're gonna
come
remember.
to me. Oh my God. Anyways, and so that has opened doors for me as well. Tell me the question again.
Just as far as you see the industry evolving and where it's going, the supply diversity industry as a whole, where do you see it going, especially with AI and everything that technology wise is going to Where do you see it going, and how are you positioning yourself to take advantage of it?
Okay, so there's a lot of fear out there. And I said that at the beginning of our conversation about, hey, the other side, the federal government is doing this and that. I am going to assure everyone that states will always have a need to procure goods and services. There's too many agencies providing assistance to people. So I'm telling everybody to relax a little bit, continue to become certified. How am I placing myself with all the changes that are going on? Look, I attend every event that is out there to that will benefit me. Obviously, I have to handpick because I get invited to everything, right? So you have to handpick, but you also have to make time to do this type of events. Hey, what is your name? What do you do? This is what I do. Blah, 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 blah. Can we collaborate? I'm always throwing in collaboration because it's huge. The way for a business like mine to grow is to collaborate with other like-minded businesses. Right now, I do have this collaboration with Ellen Westgate, and she's on the upper part of procurement. And we together, we become a force to be reckoned with. So things like that is what will help any business such as mine grow.
Incredible. Incredible. So with that, I do want to take us into the lightning round here, Maria. As I mentioned, it's been incredible having you on the show. It's just a true honor. Your energy, again, is just phenomenal, and clear as day that you're going to do some damage in the space. So on this front, I would love to hear from you about a tool or a resource that you're using, whether it's a certification strategy, a business development tactic, or an AI tool. What can you say has been the biggest game changer for MASDC this far?
It has been AI. I gotta tell you, it has been AI. And if people are afraid of AI, please don't. I've been taking courses, and the courses walk you through it. Please don't use it as a, okay, polish this for me, or can you make this better? No. I took my PowerPoint presentation that I was doing for several years. I put it through ChatGPT and I said, make this succinct and make it relevant to people that have no idea what certification and procurement is about. So it went from 30 slides to 15. And I'm like, I love this. And everybody thinks it's the best thing they ever heard. So definitely AI has been a game changer for me.
Absolutely incredible. And then last, certainly not least here, Maria, what is the best piece of advice that you can offer to our listeners tuning in right now? Just heard your incredible journey and everything that you're doing in the supplier diversity space. What can you leave them with before we wrap up the show today?
Being an entrepreneur is a solo trip if you make it so. Don't be afraid to extend your hand and ask for help. There's plenty of us out there that are willing to work with you and advise you and even hold your hand for a period of time until you're comfortable. But if you don't ask, you do not get.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. With that, right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up another inspiring episode of Founders Future. And Maria, truly cannot thank you enough for coming on the show and sharing your incredible journey and your insights with us. As I mentioned again, just an incredible soul that you have. The drive and the charisma is just clear as day. You're going to see more and more success as you continue on. So truly, it was an honor and a pleasure to have you on the show today. And to our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, which I know so many of you have, don't forget to subscribe to Founders Future wherever you get your favorite podcast. And also check out MASDC at supplierdiversityconsultants.com for their certification and consulting services. And follow Maria on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/MASDC2019. For more resources and insights, you can visit us here at closers.io, where we help businesses accelerate their growth. Until then, keep pushing forward, and we will see you on the next one.